Shalom, shalom. Praise Yahweh. Well, we're back again Thursday. We had a little technical difficulty. We're on the air now. We'll start out by saying a prayer to our Father. And since we're a little late, we're going to go into the Hebrew, the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, which we refer to as Tefillah. Tefillah. Ave Nushabat Shemaya, Yikadesh America. Tavo Makuteoka, Yase Rizonka, Ivashimayan Kane Bare, et Lekakenu, Thane La Nu Hayon, Uslak La Nu, All Kate Nu, Kimosha Soul King, Gamanak Nu, La Kote La Nu, they all Tefie Nu, but they need Sayon, King Ka Nu, Mean Hara, Kilaka, Hamumlaha, they are Gibbera, they are Teferet, Olame, Olami, Selah. We thank thee, Yahweh, O living and eternal King, who has so mercifully restored our soul within us. Praise Yahweh. Okay, well, we're back. But first, I'd like to testify that Yahweh is God and that his son's name is Yahweh ben Yahweh. Everywhere that you read Lord and God in the Bible, the original reads Yahweh. Everywhere that you read something pertaining to the Son, it may say Christ, it may say Son, it may say that Greek word that starts with a G, a J. We say Yahweh ben Yahweh. The reason we say Yahweh ben Yahweh because John 5:43, he says that he comes in his Father's name. If you don't know the Father's name, it's impossible for you to know the Son's name. So the Son, Yahweh ben Yahweh, had to come and reveal his Father's name, Yahweh, and then reveal himself to us, being Yahweh ben Yahweh the Son. Praise Yahweh. There are some scriptures that we always try to cover, which is 2 Timothy 2:15, which tells us to study. And hopefully we'll have some fun tonight implementing those instructions. And study means lahag. It means intense mental application. It's not just about reading words, calling words, but it's about intense mental application. Then Psalm 19:7 tells us, it says, the law of the Lord Yahweh is perfect, that it will convert your soul. The testimony of the Lord Yahweh is sure. So this is our biblical research study class. So it's very important to apply intense mental application, which means lahag, English study. So this is Yahweh giving us instructions how to decode the Bible. Tonight we're going to go to Matthew 6 and 10. And you're definitely going to need some pencil and paper. Matthew 6, chapter 6, verse 10, and it says, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. This is one of the most misunderstood scriptures, another misunderstood scripture in the Bible, because we didn't apply study, intense mental application. So again, it says, it says, thy kingdom come, talking about Yahweh's kingdom. And it says, thy will be done, Yahweh's will be done in earth as it is in heaven. So we can see that this is all about Yahweh's will being done in heaven and in the earth. In heaven and in earth. Anaya, can you help us out a little bit? We want to look up the word AS. AS. As it is in heaven. Hopefully, this will help you to more than see that Yahweh's kingdom is right here on this earth. Heaven is on the earth. Did you have it, Brother Anaya? That listen to what that says. Whatever is in heaven is to be the same degree in the earth. Give you a little hint. As you study the Bible and apply intense mental application, learning, because Yahweh would tell us to learn of him, then we have a heavenly state of mind. A heavenly state of mind. Then you are to apply the heavenly things on earth. This is Yahweh's will. Say that definition again, Brother Anaya. There is no difference. There is no difference. Go ahead, Anaya. So listen to these words now, because Yahweh ben Yahweh is telling us that his will that is in heaven is the same will that is to be done on earth. Now, this is a prophecy because everybody knows that his will is definitely not being done on earth now. So this is a prophecy that we are to fulfill today. Us, those of us that understand that we are his children. Go right ahead, Anaya. So see, the same time. How did it start that sentence off again, Anaya? Go right ahead, sir. Do y'all know that? It says exactly alike. You breaking up a little, Anaya. So Yahweh's will is done. Did it say exactly, Anaya? There's no difference. So heaven is on earth. The earth belongs to Yahweh ben Yahweh's children. Was that it, Brother Anaya? So again, when Yahweh says, "Thy will be done on earth as it in heaven," and it's a two-letter word, as, but it's so key in this scripture because it says, as Brother Anaya said, in the same manner. Exactly. This is why, this is why we must purify our mind with the knowledge of Yahweh ben Yahweh, so that we can create a perfect society, heaven on earth. Now you have to ask yourself the question, whoever is in rulership now has messed up the air, the water, and the food. They have proven that they are not fit to create heaven. And they have conditioned our minds to accept heaven when we die in the sky. But as Lucifer's time is up. He had 6,000 years to rule. Part of his rulership was to hide AS definition from us. This is why we can't continue to call words when we're just reading. We're calling words without the understanding. This understanding is coming to you right now because of Yahweh ben Yahweh's teaching. It says, as it says, according to Anaya, to the same degree, equal. So then we have to wonder now, you just consider this. We have to wonder this, what is heaven? Anaya, I have a dictionary here. And if you can add some on to heaven, This is incredible. This is the knowledge. This is our inheritance. This is the information that we never were supposed to learn. I'm so glad to be a student of Yahweh ben Yahweh. Excuse me for, okay. I'm going to have to, Anaya, you know what this is? This is called a help me out. The word heaven, it says the sovereign of heaven. Then it says Yahweh. Then it says heavenly being. The assembly of the blessed. This is what heaven is. The assembly of the blessed. Right here on earth. It also says a place or condition or period of utmost happiness, utmost comfort, utmost delight, perfection. Then it says a sublime or exalted condition. It says a divine state and condition. Now listen to this now. And condition of immortality in the doctrine in which sin is absent and all manifestations of mind are harmoniously ordered under the divine principle. Do y'all hear this? Heaven is a supreme person, a supreme personnel in power, a supreme personal in power, a place of happiness and bliss to make heavenly or utterly happy in character. We're talking about heaven. Then it says the divine manifestations of the mind, divine principle. Heaven is the divine principles established on earth. See, remember it says, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And now you have anything else on the word heaven?
Yes. Heaven.
Go right ahead. Sir?
Heaven. A place or state of divine existence.
Wait a minute. First of all, heaven is a place of divine existence. That's a godly mind being manifested. Go right ahead, sir.
Heaven. Paradise or a state of bliss.
Go right ahead. Listening audience, you must define these words for yourself.
Heaven.
This is something you must grasp for yourself. Go right ahead, sir.
Heaven. It symbolizes peace, divine presence.
Hold 1 second. It say heaven is peace.
Yes, sir.
Write this scripture down. Isaiah 9:6. And it says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. See, now remember now, Matthew 6:15. Is it 15? Matthew 6:10. Excuse me. Matthew 6:10 is a prophecy because his will has not been done on earth. Now we're hearing the teachings from Yahweh that his will is to be done on earth as it is in heaven. This means, according to Isaiah 9:6, that heaven could not come until Yahweh ben Yahweh made his presence known. And his children accept and take on the responsibility. Yahweh ben Yahweh says, we'll do a greater work. You got some more, Brother Naya?
That's it. Well, I have a little bit more. It symbolizes peace, divine presence, a state of eternal happiness, or paradise.
Can you give us paradise, Anaya?
Yes, sir.
See, there are places on this earth now that they consider paradise. A place of happiness, a place of extreme blissness, the gathering. Go ahead.
The word paradise often refers to an ideal place of happiness, peace, and beauty, sometimes seen as a heavenly or divinely perfect realm. It can
Do y'all hear this?
It can signify a utopian garden, a state of bliss, or the dwelling of the righteous.
Wait just a minute, Anaya. Can you go back to that garden part?
It can signify. It can signify a utopian garden.
We got some feedback.
Yeah.
Anaya.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear that feedback?
Right now?
Oh.
Okay. The word paradise, place of happiness, peace, and beauty, sometimes seen as a heavenly or divinely perfect realm. It can signify a utopian garden, a state of bliss.
A utopian garden.
Yes.
See, the Garden of Eden was also considered heaven before Satan entered in. This lets us know that we must purify our mind of all satanic attributes. We must take control of our mind. Satan has different ways of entering our mind through his many institutions, and just how he simply governs the world. Hell is over the whole world. So we must remove Satan out of our mind, the garden, and replace the attributes of our mind with divine attributes, not Luciferian attributes. We must become clear of who Lucifer is in us so we can kill it, so we can destroy it, so we can get rid of it, so we can overcome. To overcome Lucifer and accept Yahweh ben Yahweh's attributes is a sign to the world that we're his children. And the whole world is waiting on the manifestation of Yahweh's children. Romans 8:19. They don't have to get ready. They're already ready. You got some more, Naya?
That's it.
And that was what again?
Paradise.
Paradise. And that word came from which word?
Heaven.
We're talking about let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Now remember, as mean to the same degree. There's no difference. Let us go to Daniel 2:44. Daniel 2:44. Daniel 2:44. And it reads, and in the days of these kings, it means right now, not after these kings. It says, and in the days of these kings shall the God, Yahweh of heaven, set up a kingdom, the nation of Yahweh, which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, other immoral people, but it shall break into pieces and consume all these other kingdoms. And it shall stand forever. See, this is a prophecy. Another scripture that proves that heaven is on earth. You don't have to die to go to heaven. Anaya, what scripture was that we read? Was that Matthew 6, where it had the word where was the word immortal? We read that. Do you remember that, sir?
For a mortal.
Immortal. I definitely meant to mark that and go over it. But again, this kingdom will be established in the presence of all other nations and consume all, not some, of these other nations. And this kingdom that Yahweh ben Yahweh creating shall stand forever. This is a prophecy. It has not happened yet. The worst thing you could do is go die and miss out on this. But you got to live a life that promotes life. You can't live a life that promotes death. We're going to go to Genesis 11:6. Genesis 11 and 6. Anaya,
Yes, sir.
it's a scripture in Matthew. It says, seek ye first the kingdom. Genesis 11 and 6. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh,
Seek ye first the kingdom. It's Matthew
it
6.
says, and the Lord Yahweh said, behold, the people are one, and they have all one language, and this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. These are the benefits of being Yahweh's child. Anything that you imagine to do, of course, now we're talking about righteousness now. We're talking about overcoming this world. We're talking about implementing the law. And it starts with us. Do you have a scripture, Ananias says, seek ye first the kingdom in Matthew?
Yes, sir. You're talking to Matthew 6 and 33.
Matthew 6 and 33.
But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
When you seek the kingdom. See, that says to seek Yahweh's mind. That also tells us to seek our counterparts who also has this mind. Those that can also receive Yahweh ben Yahweh's mind. But seek ye first the kingdom. Seek ye first the people that has righteousness at the forefront. See what it says? Seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness. Not nobody else's righteousness. Righteousness according to the Bible. Righteousness according to Psalms 19:7. Yahweh's law. See, they teach us that the law don't count no more. If the law didn't count anymore, then Matthew 6:10 could not happen. Because this is a prophecy. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Praise Yahweh. Now you have anything to add?
No, sir.
All right. One of the words as it means equal. Can you look up the word equal for us, Brother Naya?
Yes, sir.
As means equal. And when Anaya give you this definition, you need to apply it to Matthew 5:48 also. But Matthew 5:48 says, be ye therefore perfect, even, equal, as just like Yahweh. See, Yahweh says a remnant that can receive this. But it's imperative that we find and go after this remnant so we can create heaven. Yahweh ben Yahweh is taking care of everything else. Between the storms and the hurricanes, and we got winter coming on, talking about ice and snow, and he said he used the snow for his treasures of war. You notice this winter, it's going to be very interesting on some people. They're talking about this election that's coming up. We don't know what's going to happen. How can you consciously make a decision to pick one? I've heard people say the lesser evil. You consciously saying you're going to pick evil. You're consciously saying that. Why not pick Yahweh? Why go through every 4 years? You got to go through the same thing when Yahweh is ready now to establish the kingdom. What is that word, Anaya?
Equal.
Go right ahead.
Equal. Having the same quantity, measure, or value. Equal.
Do you see that? Go ahead.
Equal. It implies fairness, balance, and a lack of difference, being the same in status, rights, or opportunities. Equal, evenly matched in ability or skill. Equal, capable of meeting a challenge or responsibility.
It says capable of what?
Capable of meeting a challenge or responsibility.
Equal means capable of meeting a challenge and a responsibility.
Yes, sir.
See, when you read Matthew 5:48, Yahweh is telling us that we're capable. We're capable of being just like him. See, Yahweh came back for his kind. Genesis 1:27, I believe it is. It says, created in his image. When you look up image, it'll say his kind, his family. He came back for his family, his kind, the ones that has the capability to be perfect just like him. Perfect in keeping the laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments as a way of life. He is the he is the first begotten of the mentally dead. He's the first begotten.
No, 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 no.
He's letting us know that we have the ability, the capability to overcome Lucifer. He didn't come back perfect. He's a witness that when we learn the law, implement the law in our everyday living, that we'll overcome this world. This law will convert us. And we understand that convert means to change a direction so that you can go into another direction. We're talking about Yahweh prepared to share his intimate feelings and thoughts. His intimate feeling and thoughts. Now, everything all right?
Yes, sir.
Um, wait just a minute here. I want you to know how. See, you don't have to be nervous about serving Yahweh. We have an example when Yahweh is with us. Daniel, Anaya, can you go back to Daniel chapter 6? Or go to Daniel chapter 6.
Daniel 6.
Daniel chapter 6, starting at verse 1. Daniel chapter 6, starting at verse 1.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, Daniel 6.
Okay. Just start reading.
It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom. And over these three presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give accounts unto them.
Wait just a minute. Of whom Daniel was the first.
Yes, sir.
Daniel was the first president.
Yes, sir.
Good gracious. Go right ahead. Excuse me.
That the princes might give accounts unto them, and the king should have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him. And the king thought to set him
What kind of spirit?
An excellent spirit was in him. And the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
You see that? We're talking about Darius wanted to set Daniel over everything.
Yes, sir.
Because Daniel had an excellent spirit. Because he had this excellent spirit, the king was going to set him over everything. Go right ahead, Anaya.
Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom. But
they got jealous of Daniel. These jokers got jealous of Daniel because the king wanted to put Daniel in charge of everything. There's some people going to get jealous of us. Tough. Go ahead. Go ahead, gracious.
Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could find none occasion nor fault, as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him. Then said these men,
Matthew 5:48. Go ahead.
Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God, Yahweh. Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king and said thus unto him, King Darius, live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree.
See, these jokers gathered together as the same way did in Psalms 83, 1 through 5, to conspire against Daniel. When you read Daniel, you're reading about us now. Go ahead, sir.
Then these presidents and princes assembled together the king and said unto him, Darius live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors, the captains, have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god, Yahweh, or man for 30 days, save to thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writings, that it be not changed, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which alternate not. Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now, when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem. He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God Yahweh, as he did aforetime. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God Yahweh. Then they came near and spoke before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed the decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions? The king answered and said, the king is true, according to the law of Medes and the Persians, which shall not be altered. Then answered they, said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of captivity of Judah, regardeth not thee, O
Now
king.
see what it says there? Say Daniel, the captivity of Judah, which of the children of the captives. See, that's talking about us. We are the captives, and we're Judah. Go ahead.
Regardeth not thee, O king, nor the decree that hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the
See,
sun.
the king was displeased that he created this decree. He understood that the people in his kingdom conspired against Daniel. They tricked him. Go ahead, sir.
The king set his heart on Daniel to deliver him, and he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him. Then these men assembled unto the king, and said unto the king, know, O king, that the law of the Medes and the Persians is that no decree nor statute which the king establishes may be changed. Then the king
They wanted Daniel dead.
yes, sir.
They wanted Daniel dead. Go ahead.
Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. And the stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Then the king went to his place and passed the night fasting, neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. Then the king arose.
Wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. See, this is letting us know, although there's some people that are against us, there's some people that are in power that are far for us. And the people that are far for us understand real clear what these other rulers are doing and has planned. Because the same way they planned to kill Daniel, is the same way they planning to kill us. Go ahead. He lost sleep that night. He was concerned about Daniel. Go ahead, Anaya.
Then the
That was
king
18.
then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the dens of the lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a loud voice unto Daniel. And the king spoke and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God Yahweh, whom thou servest,
What kind of God?
living God, whom thou
See, he knew Daniel was a servant of the living God. See, Yahweh is different from the other God. Yahweh is the living God. Go ahead, sir.
the living God, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions? Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My God Yahweh has sent his angel, and has shut the lions' mouth, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God Yahweh.
See, we got to learn to put our trust in Yahweh. When we put our trust in Yahweh, no matter what the condition, no matter what other people plan, it's not going to work because we belong to Yahweh ben Yahweh. Go ahead, sir. Now check what the king did. When he found Daniel safe, check what Daniel did. Go ahead, I mean what the king did. 24.
And the king commanded, and they brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of
See, wait a
lions.
minute. Hold just a minute out. Read 24 real slow.
And the king commanded, and they brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions. Them
Now they since they sought to kill Daniel this way, listen what Yahweh gonna do to them, what they planned on doing to Daniel. They accused Daniel of serving the true and living God, yes, and they got cast into the den of lions. Them, you got it all?
Yes, sir. Them,
Go
their
ahead.
children,
Did you see that? And their children,
and their wives.
them, their children, and their
The whole
wives
family.
was cast into the lion's den. Because see, the children and the wives was in conspiracy with them also. So you have to be mindful of when you planning a conspiracy and you are partaking in wickedness. See, the same thing that's going to happen to them is going to happen to you because you didn't tell. You didn't make it known. Go ahead, bro. And the lions had what?
The mastery of them.
They had their way with them. The lions had mastery of them.
And and break all their bones in pieces. And oh ever
So it broke their bones to pieces.
or
The
ever,
lions not having no mercy. Go ahead, sir.
and ever they
That's
came at the
25
bottom of the
to
den. Then
mm-hmm.
King Darius wrote unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the
Mm-hmm.
earth, peace be multiplied unto you.
Go ahead.
I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear before the God, Yahweh of Daniel. For he is the living God, and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and earth. And who hath delivered Daniel from the power of the lions? So this is Daniel, prospered in the reign of Darius, and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian.
Praise Yahweh. When everybody get a time, you might want to read that uh, Daniel chapter 6. Because this, when you're reading about Daniel, I know everybody thought it was about in the past, but you read here about this kingdom that's not going to have an end. And we just read Daniel 2:44, but this is talking about us. This is prophecy being fulfilled today. It is 8:09. Any announcements, sir?
As always, YBYalliance.com. I'm going to say it again, YBYalliance.com. You can keep up to date, be up to date with all of our biblical research classes. You can find all of our videos on the YBY Alliance YouTube and the YBY Alliance Facebook. If you are having trouble finding the YouTube or the Facebook, you can always come to YBYalliance.com. Click on contacts, enter your name, number, email, and you will be contacted every time we have a class or any event that the Yahweh, Ben Yahweh Alliance has. Again, join our Discord. You will be able to be front seat of the knowledge of Yahweh that we are expressing and giving on our Discord, the YBYA Discord. You will be sent an invite when you go to YBYalliance.com and sign up on the contact page. Thank you.
Well, and now it's come to that time again. What we're going to do, we're going to end our saying the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. We refer to it as Tefillah. Turn and face the east, Tefillah. Ave Nu Shabbat Shemayim, Yika De Shemelka, Tavo Makutelka, Yase Rizonka, Ivashimayim Kane Barets, Edlekin Kukenu, Tain La Nu Yon, Uslak La Nu, All Kate Nu, Kimosa Soul King, Kamanat Nu, Lakote La Nu, they all Tepie Nu, but they need Sayam. King Ka Say Nu, Minara, Hilaka, among Laha, they are Givera, they are Teferet, they Olame, Sila. We thank thee, Yahweh, O living and eternal King, who has so mercifully restored our souls within us. Praise Yahweh. Always remember that Yahweh loves you. Yahweh Ben Yahweh loves you, and we, the nation of Yahweh, love you. And get ready for the Passover. We'll talk more about that at our next Thursday meeting. Shalom, shalom.